There was some speculation that Trump's COVID-19 diagnosis may help him in the polls. Well, it appears to be the opposite. So I have a couple of polls here, one from CNN, one from CNBC. The CNN poll goes a lot deeper. Let me show you these. First up, CNN. Among likely voters, 57% say they back Biden and 41% Trump in the poll that was conducted entirely after the first debate and mostly after the president's coronavirus infection was made public. Biden is actually growing his lead. He's now leading 16 points nationally. So that's just the beginning. Let's go to the next poll here. New CNN national poll has Biden leading among all age groups, including by 21 points among seniors. This is an age group that Trump had fairly solidly, and it's completely collapsed. You have to imagine that his cavalier attitude towards the coronavirus is a major part of that. Discussing how, only old people get it. You know, they'll get sick, they'll die, but it's not worth closing the economy for. Well, when you don't care about them, they recognize it. And in fact, it is the boomer, 50 to 64, that has the most support for Trump. But even there, you see Biden leading 50 to 48, 35 to 49, 57 to 40, and under 35, 65% for Biden over Trump, showing you that the youngest people know what's up. Next poll here. Biden leading among white voters overall, 51 to 47, but Trump continues to maintain a strong lead among white men with no college degree. So for the most part here, you see Biden dominating. Women, college degree, Biden 73 to Trump 27. Men, college degree, 57 for Biden, 38 for Trump. Women, no college degree, 53% for Biden, 45% for Trump. And men, no college degree, 33% for Biden and 66% for Trump. So this is, I think, the only area that you're going to see in any of these polls where Trump is leading. Next up, on the issues, this gets interesting. Biden leading across the board. Racial inequality, Biden 62%, Trump 36%. Coronavirus, Biden 59%, Trump 38%. Healthcare, Biden 59%, Trump 39%. And this is while Trump continues pretending that Joe Biden backs Medicare for all. I wish he did. He doesn't. But Trump pretending he has some healthcare plan. He's been saying he has a healthcare plan for the past 4 years, has never presented any healthcare plan. The only approach to healthcare is trying to get rid of Obamacare, meaning also getting rid of covering pre-existing conditions. So by and large, the American people recognize the BS that Trump is pushing on healthcare. Supreme Court nominee, people backing Biden here, 57% to 41%. So the idea that, the American people want to see a conservative Supreme Court justice nominee on the court. No, they don't. They actually want Biden to pick the next nominee. Crime and safety, Biden 55% to Trump at 43%. And the economy, because there's been so much misinformation around Trump and the economy, Biden's still leading 50 to 48, but it should be Biden should be leading by a massive margin. Trump tanked the economy. Yes, the coronavirus is not completely his fault, but his handling of it is. You compare the U.S. to any other major country, the cases are out of control in the U.S. compared to other countries. So the state of the economy right now, the eviction crisis, people having no real financial help, that is Trump's fault. Last poll. This is CNBC, state by state, swing states here, or potential battleground states. Biden leading in, I believe, all of them. So let me go through these. Arizona, Biden 51% to Trump 45%. We're talking about a new pickup here, potentially for Democrats. Florida, Biden leading 50 to 46. Biden up by 1 point since the last poll on this. And by the way, this poll was also taken after Trump's diagnosis. Michigan, Biden 51% to Trump at 43%, no change there. North Carolina, Biden 49% to Trump at 47%, no change there. Pennsylvania, Biden 50%, Trump 46%, no change there. And Wisconsin, Biden 51%, Trump 44, Biden actually down 2 points in Wisconsin. So Wisconsin has been one of those states that has been a little closer in some of the other polls, but still Biden sitting fairly comfortably here with 51%. And look, this is not 2016. So a lot of the polling in 2016, there were a lot of undecided voters, meaning neither candidate, neither Hillary or Trump, were hitting that 50% mark. Here you're seeing Biden not only hit it, but in many ways completely exceed it. So we're talking about people who have decided. They know who they're voting for. And a majority of them picking Joe Biden. Trump's only hope here is to steal the election. As I've discussed before in the past, Biden or Democratic voters vote more by mail than Republican voters do, and a lot of those mail-in ballots won't be counted till after Election Day, meaning that on Election Day, the race may be a lot closer than it appears right here. And in fact, Trump may be winning or leading on Election Day. But most of the votes for Democrats would not yet have been counted, as a lot of them are going to be mail-in balloting because of course, the pandemic. So voters have to understand that. You likely are not going to get the final results on Election Day unless Biden really destroys Trump and leads on Election Day, and he will continue leading in mail-in balloting. But it's very likely there won't be a final result on Election Day, and you'll have to wait at least a few days or a few weeks possibly to get the final result. So people need to be aware of that. But in that process, Trump may try to claim victory on Election Day if he's leading on Election Day with the same day voting, and then attempt to stop the ballot count in other states, claiming fraud, whatever. He'll do whatever he can to try and stop the counting of the mail-in ballots, and that's just one strategy. So I've discussed others in the past. There's a piece in The Atlantic that, if I can find it, I'll link to it below the video and sources. You can read through that. It's a long piece, but it goes into detail the various ways that Trump and the Republicans may try and steal the election. So that's the only worry here. If this election is fair and everyone who wants to vote gets to vote and their vote is counted, Trump will absolutely be destroyed by Joe Biden.